how to set up your labor and how to add your labor into your quotations. This is how we're going to do it. The first thing that you need to do when you're setting up labor is go to the configure tab, and you're going to need to make sure that you have all your different types of labor categories and labor types added into the WeQuote platform. So that's the first thing that you're going to need to do. Now I will do a more of a deep dive on labor types and pricing labor burn rates in a separate video, but for this instance I'm just going to show you one of the labor types. So let's just say choose here standard engineer on site installation cost, and here I can say I've got an hourly rate and I've got the day rate charges here. So I know I've got a labor. I'm going to use this labor in this video. So let's go over to my overview page. Now, when you're first doing a quote, you've got to decide how your labor is going to be implemented through the quotation. So you've got to think how you're going to do your quote to your customer, how you're going to present this quote to them. Is it going to be like a simple line item quotation? Is it going to be a quote with rooms? Is it going to be a systems quote, or is it going to be a quote with rooms and systems? Or it might just be a bulk line price with just a description. So you'll know what type of quotation you need to give to the customer, and then you'll know how to add the labor to this quotation. I'm going to show you very quickly a sort of simple line item quote, how I would add the labor if I was pricing it. So let me just show you this demo quote I've been putting together. Now currently in this quotation there is no labor at all, and it's just a line item quotation. So I've got 3 access points, I've got 2 PoE switches, I've got a cloud key, and then I've got a pair of Wi-Fi building to building bridges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a custom line labor to this. So I'm just going to give it a description. So I'm just going to say the first description here, and I'm going to say this is going to be the installation. So the installation setup of 3 Wi-Fi APs. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to add some labor down here. So I'm going to add this labor. I'm going to just choose the standard engineer on site cost. And here to install those, I'm not going to say days, I'm going to put this in as hours. So I'm going to say 5 hours for installation and setup, and I add that in. I can also then reorder these, so I might want the labor to go to the top. So I'll say, let's go to the top, and then I'll save that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a look at this proposal. And it's going to create a proposal, and I'm just going to say I want a itemized quotation, the simplest way. There we go. Let's just preview this, and there we go. So this is the easiest way to do it. So I've got, this is the labor, and here's all my parts. Okay, so that's quote 1, line item quote, just a line with labor and then all the individual equipment items. Another way to do the labor is to do it by rooms. So let's just dive over here. So now what I've done is currently I haven't got any systems. I've just added these parts in on the fly. But what I've done is I've added some groups, and then I've added some areas. So I've got external. So this is going to be house to the barns, building to building network. And then I've got internal. This is going to be the whole home Wi-Fi upgrade. Now currently my labors are not in an area, so I need to move these across to an area. So installation of the Wi-Fi's, let's put those into an area, and we're going to say in there and save, and we're going to add another labor into here. So we're going to say we're going to put a labor to do this bit of works for the outdoor wireless bridge. So I'm going to add that again. And this time I'm going to say installation setup for the outdoor building to building wireless network bridge. So let's just type that in here. Oops. Okay, now for this labor, there's quite a bit involved in this. So there's going to be a standard engineer cost. There's going to be 2 days worth of work for that. And we're going to need a little bit of electrical work by the electrical contractor. So we're going to say amount of electrical labour, and we're going to put in a day for him as well. So here I've got multiple types of labour with different types of hours or days you choose, which is what suits best to do this installation here. I'm going to click add. Okay, so now I can see the cost for these for these areas. So I've put the equipment into areas, I've put the labour into areas. I can also reorganize these, and I might want to put the installation stuff at the top and say, okay, we're going to do it like that, and then save. So that's the same, and I can do here and say that's okay. I want my labour cost to be at the top. Okay, so now you might want to change this report, the quotation, to look different. So instead of it being a line item quote, you might want this quotation to have a presented in the way of areas, so we can give the customer the information, say, okay, so this outdoor antenna system is going to cost this, and the internal works is going to cost X amount. So and it's an easy way to do it without having to add systems and things like that. So okay, so I'm going to add proposal. Let's choose an area summary. Now what I want this to do is I want to have my generic cover page. That's fine. Area heading, grouping, yeah, that's fine. We want to show the net totals. We want to show the items. We want to show the quantity, and we want to show the descriptions. Do we want to show the unit price? I think so. So we can add the unit price there. So put unit price in, and I would move the quantity to here. So the image, description, quantity, and price. System totals, this doesn't matter for us here in this one, so we just delete that out. Subscriptions, we don't need that, so we can delete that out. But we will want to add in a total. So we put a total in, so we have a total there. So now I have a total. So you can see that's generated what we wanted to do. So it's given it a description here, and then we've got all the line items and the quantities, and then that area total. And so let's have a little preview of this in a format. Okay, cover page. And I can say, okay, installations, oh, there we go, that's fine. Yeah, and then there we go. So let's open up, let's dive straight in and go into this quotation, which is a full system quotation. So let's just jump over to the quote editor. And let's just, so here I've got a control system, where here I'm showing you I have home control system, and currently there is no labor installs on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to here, I'm going to say home control, and I'm going to say align installation and programming. I'm going to add this in, update that. Okay, so I've got my LAN installation. Let's just drop it down to the bottom of this system, and then okay, let's just go into installation. I've added this area. I'm just going to put programming in there. So you'll see now that I have nothing in my toolkit for a LAN programming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a product, and I've added some products in for ELAN. So here's these are under my products, not under link catalogs. I'm going to type in ELAN. So here I've got a LAN programming. Let's put that in, and I want to add in equipment installation as well. So these are products, but I'm using them as a labor. So you'll see these products that I've added in to this installation area under programming. What I can do is I can edit these, and I can just change these hours. So it's pulled in the standard 1 hour, and I might want to say, okay, I need 6 days on that. Fine, save that one, and then I might want to say, let's go to this one, and I want to say, let's do 3 days on that, and then save. So what that is doing there is adding labor to a product, and I haven't used a custom line, and I've got it saved there for more frequent use. So that will always be in there when I'm programming or doing a home automation system or on a LAN program, on a LAN installation job, and it'll just come under the LAN installation and programming now. So if I want to look at that under proposal, okay, let's just preview this one. So I've got down. And then what I've done is here, you can see the control system, handheld remote controls, equipment installation controllers, touch panels and remotes, and a LAN programming commission I've got one of. So that it's pulled it in under the system breakdown as a product with this description, and it's just showing it as one.